Assalamualaikum, warahmatullahi, wabarakatuh. You don't have a motivation problem, you have a direction problem, and deep down, you know it. You scroll for hours, you laugh at memes, you repost reminders, you say, InshaAllah, about change. But when the phone locks and the room goes quiet, there's a weight on your chest, because something feels off, not haram enough to panic, not halal enough to feel safe. And no one is saying it clearly. Muslim Gen Z is spiritually lost, not because you don't care, but because you're drowning in noise disguised as guidance. You grew up online. Your identity was shaped by algorithms before it was shaped by scholars. Your confidence was built on likes before it was built on salah. Your self-worth fluctuates with engagement metrics, and that changes everything. You were told Islam is beautiful, but no one showed you how to live it inside a world engineered to break your focus. Look at your day. Wake up, phone, notifications, dopamine, comparison, anxiety, repeat, then guilt. You know you should pray better. You know you should lower your gaze. You know you should open Quran more consistently. But knowing isn't the same as becoming. Here's the uncomfortable truth. You've been trained to crave stimulation, not submission. Short videos rewired your patience. Instant validation reshaped your intentions. Public performance replaced private worship. And the scariest part? You don't even feel the shift happening. Your grandparents feared missing Fajr. You fear missing out. Different fears, different priorities, different outcomes. You live in a time where identity is fluid, morality is negotiable, and discipline is optional. But Islam isn't. Islam demands structure, consistency, submission when it's inconvenient. And that clashes violently with a culture built on comfort. Comfort feels safe. Growth feels painful. So, you choose comfort, again and again. You tell yourself, you're still young. But Shaitan doesn't wait for you to mature. He just needs you distracted. Not rebellious, just distracted. And distraction is the silent killer of Iman. You're not leaving Islam, you're drifting from it, slowly. You still post, Alhamdulillah. You still fast Ramadan. You still attend Eid. But your private world, it's fragmented. Double life energy. Islam on the outside. Influence culture on the inside. You admire discipline, but you live impulsively. You respect scholars, but you obey influencers. And here's where it gets deeper. This isn't just about sin. It's about identity collapse. Gen Z was raised to be yourself. But Islam calls you to purify yourself. Those are not the same thing. Be yourself means validate every desire. Islam says control every desire. One feeds the ego, the other trains it, and you feel the tension daily. You want to be accepted, you want to be liked, you want to be seen. But Allah asks you to be sincere. Sincerity is invisible. No applause, no trending sound, no comment section. Just you and your Lord. And that feels lonely? So you compromise, not drastically, subtly. Music that isn't that bad, content that's not fully haram, relationships that are almost halal. You live in the gray, because the gray feels manageable. But spiritually, gray zones drain you. They blur your moral compass. They weaken your certainty. And once certainty weakens, discipline collapses. This is why so many Muslim Gen Z feel anxious without knowing why. It's not just career pressure. It's not just inflation. It's not just social media. It's spiritual misalignment. Your soul was designed for dhikr. You feed it distraction. Your heart was built for tawakkul. You feed it comparison. Your mind was created for reflection. You overload it with content. Of course you feel heavy. You're spiritually malnourished in a world of endless consumption. But here's the part no one tells you. This generation also has the highest potential. Yes, because you understand systems, you understand influence, you understand digital leverage. If that focus turned toward discipline, you would be unstoppable. Imagine waking up for Fajr without negotiation. Imagine training your body like you train your feed. Imagine reading Quran daily with the same consistency you scroll. That version of you exists, but it requires war, not against the world, against your own impulses. Because the battle isn't out there. It's in the quiet moment when you choose. One more scroll, or one more sajda. That decision compounds, daily. Weak mindset says, I'll fix it later. Disciplined identity says, I fix it now. Average Muslims romanticize change. Elite believers engineer it. They set alarms. They delete apps. They choose better friends. They guard their inputs. Because they understand a simple rule. What you consume shapes who you become. Right now, your inputs are chaotic. And chaos produces confusion. Confusion produces inconsistency. Inconsistency kills growth. So, what's the solution? Not hype, structure, small, ruthless standards. Pray on time, no debate, Quran daily, even one page. Gym or physical discipline, no excuses. Reduce digital noise intentionally. It's not glamorous, but neither is drifting through life spiritually numb. You don't need a new personality. You need a stronger identity, an identity rooted in ABD, servant of Allah. Because when you internalize that title, influence loses power over you, trends lose control over you, validation becomes irrelevant, and something shifts. Peace enters, not because life gets easier, but because your compass stabilizes. You stop reacting, you start choosing, you stop chasing attention, you start chasing excellence. And excellence in Islam isn't loud, it's consistent, it's private, it's disciplined when nobody sees. Here's the final reality. No one is coming to fix Muslim Gen Z. No viral reminder will save you. No trending lecture will transform you. Change is deeply personal. It happens in your bedroom, in the masjid at Fajr, in the moments you say no to yourself. You are not weak. You are overstimulated. You are not faithless. You are unfocused. And once you understand that, you stop blaming the world. You take responsibility. Because spiritually lost doesn't mean spiritually finished. It means spiritually asleep, and sleep can end. The question is, will you wake up intentionally, or will you let another year scroll by? Your generation will either redefine strength or normalize distraction. The choice won't be made collectively. It will be made individually. By you. Tonight. If this made you uncomfortable, good. Growth begins there. If this changed your perspective, subscribe, because the next video might change your life.